Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another non-vlog to share with you guys. So I have been kind of evolving my channel quite a bit, which you guys, if you've been following me, have noticed. And I'm just trying to share my journey more as I'm basically rebuilding once again, rebranding myself, rebuilding myself, changing my values and my direction in my life. And one of the main things I've been talking about a lot is how I want to hold a better standard for my life and start asking for what I really want instead of limiting myself and settling all the time. And I did already post a video all about that. So I will link that above in case you're interested in checking that out. But today I want to talk about what the truth is behind rebuilding your life, because a lot of times on social media in particular, I feel like when people are sharing the journey of starting over or rebuilding, and I find myself also doing this, you want to just share the highlights, and sometimes you want to skip over the parts that are hard. And I've been vlogging a lot, and the last 3 days I haven't vlogged. And the reason I haven't vlogged the last 3 days is because they've been very difficult days for me. I've had a lot of financial setbacks, unexpected expenses come up. It's felt very overwhelming. I feel like I'm drowning sometimes. And there's just been a lot of grief about hard to get this sentence out without crying. There's been grief about what I thought my life would look like compared to where I am today. Sometimes processing all of that, it can be ugly. You know, there are a lot of tears, and sometimes there's a lot of self-blame, self-doubt, fear, generally falling apart. But that is part of the process of rebuilding. You cannot just one day decide that your life has headed in a direction that you didn't necessarily want and then just turn around with a smile and change everything. It's a painful process, and we all need times when we take a step back and isolate a little bit during the healing process. And that's something that I've been doing the last couple days. I mean, I know a couple days doesn't sound like very much, and I have shared a lot of what I've been going through with you guys here, but healing from trauma is very much, it's not a linear, it doesn't go in a straight line. It's very up and down. So some days I feel really, really great, and some days I feel like I'm at the top of the world and like, wow, I'm doing this by myself and I'm so proud of myself, and I have that like determination, the energy, the focus, and I can just go. And then there's other days, like the past few days, where I question everything. And when I start to feel like I'm doing it all wrong, and what I'm learning is that that's just part of the process. I'm not doing it all wrong, but it is normal to feel upset when things don't go the way that you expected. It is normal to feel upset when you have financial setbacks, especially when you're already, spread too thin financially. It is normal to grieve the loss of yourself. I lost a part of myself in this journey, and it's normal to feel sad about that. It doesn't mean that I won't ever get it back, but I won't ever be the same as I was once, because I've evolved from there. I'm not that same person anymore. I know more. I will protect myself better in the future. I'm more discerning. I'm not as naive as I once was. I'm not willing to overgive. I've set boundaries for what I allow in my life. And so I won't ever be that girl again. But it's still okay for me to grieve the loss of what I thought my world would look like. Because rebuilding isn't as clean as it sometimes looks online. It's messy. It's, one step forward and 2 steps back. It is like that when you're rebuilding. And I found some parts of it easier than others. My room is still clean. You guys will be so proud of me. Anytime that, like, if I bring a glass of water to bed at night, the next morning, I put it away. I don't leave it on my nightstand. And after I do my makeup, I put that away. So that one has felt really easy and natural. And I love walking into my room and feeling like things are organized. I don't have that feeling of overwhelm in there anymore. But there's other things that have been more difficult. One thing I do find myself doing is overworking. So when I feel overwhelmed, sad, or lonely, I sit down and work. It's my escape. And although it's not the most unhealthy vice to have, you know, at least I'm not drinking or doing drugs or anything like that, but I still do find that my constant need to fill my attention with either distracting with movies or working or just whatever, cleaning, whatever I can do to constantly have my focus outside of myself. I do find that that is not the healthiest way to handle things, but it is kind of my go-to, especially work. I'll just sit down and start working. So that is something that I noticed and I need to work on more, is letting go of that and allowing myself time to connect inward and allowing myself breaks instead of using work as a crutch, because then I do get burnt out. But this is part of the journey. Like, it doesn't happen overnight. It's a lot of decisions, a lot of action that you have to take over and over consistently before you start to see the changes. And some things may come more easily than others, like remembering to hear my body's needs and my emotional needs. And if it feels too much for me today, I need to honor that and say, like, okay, I'm going to give myself a break until I feel strong enough and I feel stable enough to start doing that again. It is something that's important to me. It's something I want to do, but maybe I just don't have the emotional capacity to handle so many changes all at once. And that is what I'm trying to find the balance between, is, you know, wanting to raise the bar in my life is a great goal. But if I am trying to do that in too many places, it can start to overwhelm me. So I'm trying to honor that and really feel into what am I capable of doing today. Just another example of that. I'm trying really hard to save money because of our financial situation, and K-cups for my coffee were starting to get really expensive. So I was like, oh, I'm running low on K-cups. This is perfect time for me to quit coffee. So I didn't buy more. And the morning that I got up, the first morning I got up with no coffee in the house, I just so happened to be having an extremely stressful day the day before, and that particular day was very, very stressful. So I woke up with a headache. I did drink some green tea I had to hopefully get a little bit of caffeine in, but after a complete breakdown and crying, I realized this is not the day for me to quit coffee. So I went and got some, you know, cheap coffee, and I'm using my French press again instead of the K-cups. But it's just realizing, what am I able to take on right now, and what do I need to maybe take on later, not trying to do it all at once, and realizing even like the things that I am trying to change, like keeping my and doing okay on like keeping my room clean. Not every day is going to be perfect. So maybe there is a day where I leave a you know, pile of clean clothes on the floor unfolded. That might happen if I'm having a hard day, and not beating myself up for it, not trying to be perfect, just trying to be better every day. That's what my goal is. And at the end of the day, I think my main focus here is to be kinder to myself. And that means that sometimes, like, being okay with things not being perfect and from falling a little bit short of what I wanted. Changing lifetime patterns doesn't happen overnight, is what I'm trying to say. And even though I want more for myself and I want to set that higher standard, I need to accept that that's not all going to happen overnight. And I get a little I do get a little impatient with things, and I just, you know, as soon as I intellectually know this is what I want, I just want it to, okay, let's just do this and move on. But that's just not the way that it works. I have to be patient with myself. I have to be consistent. I have to keep showing up for myself, but also allow myself those days when I just don't have it in me, and be okay with that and be at peace with that. So that's what's going on. I just wanted to share this with you guys because I was thinking about how I haven't been able to vlog the past few days, and I just don't want to share too much like negativity. I really don't want to be like on here crying every day, but it really has been, like I said, a very emotional roller coaster. So the past few days have just been hard, and they just have been. So I just felt it was best to share this in this type of a format to just kind of explain how things have been going, and hopefully you guys can relate. I appreciate you guys supporting me while I'm on this journey, just trying to figure life out, you know, trying to figure out how to move forward and be happier and healthier, and to provide the kind of life that I want for myself and my kids. And that's where hopefully I'm going. That's the pathway that I think that I'm on, and I'm trying to make progress on. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and follow me on this journey, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up and all of the other things. But thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye now.